बार चेक कर. लाइव स्टार्ट हुआ कि नहीं. फ़ोन में चेक कर. हाय श्याम.
Hey, hi.
Okay, Priyam and others are joining, I guess.
Yeah.
Just I'm confirming if I'm live on YouTube. Let me check. मेरा आवाज़ आ रहा है कि नहीं चेक कर बाहर जाके. हाय स्नेहा. Your voice is not coming. Just a second. Check your mic once.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible. Guys, whoever is watching on YouTube, let me know in the comments if my voice is audible or not. एक बार बता दो. We are just waiting for Priyam, your another senior, and cool. So we got a confirmation. Let me give an introduction to whoever is watching on YouTube plus here. So we'll wrap this session very quick because you guys have your board examination starting from in just like 2 days, if I'm not wrong. On 21st you have your physics examination, and today in this video we have toppers, and we will be sharing all the tips that you should follow, just that in your last minute, because there are a lot of things that students do mistake while they are going to examination center, or it could be several other reasons. So we will discuss all of those things today in this video from your seniors like Priyam, who have scored 98 percentage and above, and he also scored pretty well in JE and JE advanced. Same for other two seniors of you, like without me telling about them, I would open to them to share their about their journeys. So Shyam and Sneha, if you can introduce yourself, um how you will be helping out these students and your juniors basically, because in 2 days they are going to have their board examinations. So open to you, and whoever sticks until the end of the video, like they will get a very insightful like tips from here, and also some surprises. Okay, let's start with Sham. If you can introduce yourself.
Hello. My name is Shyam and I'm from Kerala. Right now I'm first year student at SSC. So right now I can understand the pressure that is getting faced by all these students who are going to write the board exams. So my first tip would be don't get too much tense and don't get to the point that I haven't covered this topic, I haven't covered that topic. Don't go to those area. The first motive should be to uh, build the fundamental basics on your hand, and then you should be pretty sure that from the topics from what you have learned till now, you should not miss a single question from what you have learned, and you should thoroughly understand the concept of what you have learned till now. Don't go around the topics that you haven't learned till now. And the thing is, like, if you have the physics exam day after tomorrow, try to cover all the chapters just one through a link. What I had done was, like, I had my friend with me. We came on a group call, and on a whole day we was on a call, and we'll cover the important topics on every chapter. He'll ask me a question regarding one topic, and I'll ask him and to and fro. That was really helpful for me, and we through a single one day we was able to cover all the chapters in physics. I really remember that. That was really very helpful. I prefer that. If you can do that, that will be really beneficial for you also.
Cool, cool. Over to you, Sneha, if you can introduce yourself more.
Yeah, sure, Swaroop. Hey people, This is Sneha Raj. I'm from Ranchi, Jharkhand. So instead of sharing tips with you how to write your exam, the very first and foremost advice for you would be do not take too much of stress on yourself. At the end of the day, it is an exam, and probably 10 years or 20 years down the lane, you wouldn't remember the things that the feelings that you're going through at this point in time. So, yeah, that's it.
Cool, cool. So just for all our audience, let's break this down like what we will be covering. First, let's see because first you have your like in comments I can see physical education paper leak and all of those things, but that's okay. Let's discuss the tips for physics examination, like from you guys. Before I guess Priyam is also one person who have made a video on physics entire strategy. He's joining in a while, but before that if we can share some of the last minute tips they have, like if you guys don't know, let me just tell you the dates of their examinations. On 21st they have physics examination, 27th they have chemistry, and in 20 like in 7th like they have their 7th March they have their maths examination. So if you guys can share the tips for them what they have to follow, that would be helpful. Let's start step by step. Anyone can start. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so for the physics exam or any science exam, I would say that sticking to NCRT is what everybody should prioritize because, like, you had an entire year to go through the various other resources. But at this point in time, the most reliable and impactful and effective um, point of contact for you all would be your NCRT, and second would be the previous year questions. If we specifically talk about physics, then the diagrams are super important. However, from my last year's experience, I can tell that there has been a slight shift in the pattern of questions that these people ask. Not a lot, but just a slight, and you can expect some strange questions coming up. So for those, I think you should be thorough with the content. And like as in the beginning, Sham said that do not try exploring newer things that you have already covered. Stick to them, and yeah, that's it. Practice as much as you can.
Cool. uh, and Shyam.
Yeah, she covered almost every important aspects. I think exactly. For me also, like go through the NCERT questions and previous year are the most mainly the recent previous year questions, which might follow the same pattern for your exams as well. Try to cover if you are writing the exam on 2025, then go for 24, then 23, then 22. It will be best if you can do in that way.
Cool. So okay, there is something like maths examination is on 8th March. Okay, that is cool. Now let us start with, okay, some of them are saying in chats. We will also answer to your questions. If you have any questions, you can just put it in the questions there field or in the comment in the YouTube. So now, first of all, Shyam and Sneha would love to hear about your journey until now, or like not until now, in the sense like your CBSE board examinations. While your examinations were there, how, let's talk about let me break down in this step by step. First, let's cover your journey or experience, how you used to study, how you used to like prepare for CBSE boards. First, let's cover that part. Secondly, let's give them a roadmap. Okay, you guys should do these things because physics examination in 21st, but let's give the roadmap for, because we have already given on that, we can give the roadmap for the chemistry, and we can also give it for the physics, then roadmap. Then we will go to the what are the tips, special tips that they have to follow in this last minute thing, and also then we will go to the mistakes that they should not, they should avoid. Okay, so first let's start with your journey. Like in your 12th, while you were going to give your examinations, right, how it was, and how were your preparation, how was your preparation with your friends or teachers, anyone, like if you can share your journeys, then we can switch to then roadmap. Cool. Anyone can start. Yes.
So, if I were to stick to my journey, then I would say that is there an echo? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are
Properly?
audible.
So, if I were to stick to my journey, then I would say that for the entire year, I did not focus much on my CBSE syllabus. Like all students, most of the students, I was also a part of the coaching institute, and there I would study the things that were relevant for JWD and also focus slightly on coding aspects as well. So, yeah, I did not study much. However, since the month of January, or I think late January would be a better thing to say, I started focusing on NCR and on the NCRT syllabus specifically. So yeah, first and foremost, I would go through the content that is available in the book, and then the questions that are there. Because sometimes I found that though I've learned something in the institute or the coaching center, there was a gap that still was void. I mean, that was not covered properly. I mean, I had my fundamentals were not strong enough. So yeah, NCRT did help with that. And second thing, hmm, there's a strange thing about the human brain. We love to avoid the things which requires our immediate attention. So when the exams would approach, if it was boards, I had the notion that l- let it be. It does not matter. I'll clear JEE and things like that, and from there I'll see what is to be done. So that's one thing which I reminded myself constantly that this isn't something that you should do, though the thoughts would come more often than not. So yeah, this is one thing which I think a lot of you might be able to relate to. And then to be, uh, yeah, that was it. I think uh, reminding myself that appearing for boards is equally important and scoring well here is important. So that's how I think I kept it relevant. And before the exams, like almost 3, 4 days before the exams, I would make sure that I do not have any distractions. Here by distractions, I not only mean social media, but I also mean, the willingness to probably focus more on JEE or the other entrance examinations because it was quite luring that maybe I should stop this and start practicing questions and of course the after the January attempt you have your April attempt coming up. So realizing that we need some time for the boards as well. So yeah, that's something was my journey that I followed throughout the board examination.
Cool. Shyam, over to you about your journey. Like, you can also share uh, same like how you used to prepare challenges and all, like such that they can also relate with you, right? You can.
Okay, so my
Before
journey
that,
might be a little bit
just a second.
different.
Before that, there are some questions. Let's answer, then we can switch to your journey. Because how can I balance between both competitive and board? We will answer it. Um, how can I be? We will answer all SST related questions in the at the end. Can you? Okay, how many years of PYQ to learn? Where I can see PYQ, help on chemistry. Okay, okay. So these are like questions, PYQs and all. Um, the question is actually how many years of PYQ to learn and all. So, and how can I balance between both competitive and board examination? Okay, not much questions. So, Shyam, go ahead with your journey. If we have any more questions, we can take it up. Cool.
Okay, so my journey might be a little bit different. It's like I wasn't even concerned about JE when I was in my 11th and 12th. I actually took a drop year because till 12th, till the end of the 12th exam, I didn't care about JE actually. I was like, I was not going to prepare for competitive exams and all. Like, okay. So I think I regret it a little bit, but still it's okay. Then that's why I didn't have that much pressure of competitive exam or board exam. That chaos between that was not present in my journey. And if I think the biggest benefit I got was like my school actually conducted more model exams and frequent quizzes and all. So that was really helpful. So each time they'll conduct three chapter and three chapter examinations and that all. That is really helpful. And the thing is, prior the prior 1 month of the exam, I literally cut off all the like Instagram and all. That was really helpful. So I didn't have any distractions. Even I didn't use my phone that days. And then the thing is like, as I said, uh, uh, like learning in a manner where you can go with your friends, have a call with them. If you can't go to their home, just have a call with them, study together, tell them to ask questions. It's like you might miss out some few points or important topics when you learn, or you might just ignore it. That single question might help you to gain the 4 mark, 2 marks. That will be really helpful. And another thing was like, don't stick too much to theory or just blindly solving problems. You should have a balance between both of them. And the thing is, I literally made so many short notes and revision notes. That was really helpful for me because like one day before the exam, I can just go through everything, and I was able to cover and just relapse all the topics and important points. That will be really helpful if you on the way you just write down the important points. And I had some notes for each subject where I have the main topics and all for revising. Yeah, that was really my journey actually.
Cool.
And
Now we are
so
tell me.
the main point is just one day before the exam, don't learn new things. The better will be just calm down yourself. Don't go like overnight, 12 hours of study, 15 hours of learning and thing. Don't overburden yourself on the day before the exam. That will be helpful for you in on the day of the exam. Just relax a little bit. That will be great.
Cool. Now, if we discuss about, like, let us say anyone can pick any one of the subject. Let's not deep dive into that. If anyone want to add any points, for example, Sneha is speaking about a chemistry roadmap, or Shyam is speaking. So if once you are finished, if Sneha want to add something else, so she can add. Then we will move to physics, mathematics, that is on March 8th, and then we will move to like the last like English and the fourth subject, that is also pending. But we will do these things. So now let's share them a roadmap that they have to follow, right? So the roadmap, in the sense, let's start with the let's clear off physics in just a few lines, because the examination is day after tomorrow, and then we can move to the chemistry. Any one of you can pick it up. Physics plus chemistry.
Together.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think all of us who has given the examination would affirm that. Um, First and foremost, let's be clear with the core concepts of every chapter. Like whatever chapter it is, the fundamentals should be done. You might refer to some YouTube videos for that to get your concepts sorted out. Second step, I would say, is try and solve the questions that are PYQs. I think that will be useful because you will understand the relevance. While you're solving the PYQs, I think out of the 10, if you are, if you study well, you'll be able to solve, let's say, 7. Now, for the 3 that you've not been able to solve, try and go and search for those questions in the NCRT back exercises. There's a good probability that you will find it there. So now solve the NCRT back questions. After that, like as Sham said, create short notes, like extremely precise and concise, and make sure to add the points where you ended up making a mistake, let's say in a numerical, or you understood something wrong, which you corrected it later on. So yeah, I'd say that there will be 4 steps. First, the fundamentals have to be taken care of. Second, the PYQs, followed by NCRT back questions, and third would be uh, the short notes. And a fifth, which can be done just a day before the exam, would be to revise the short notes itself.
Cool. Mm, like any specific things, especially for chemistry or on the examination day, or because, like, let me say, we already made a video on chemistry as well, where we shared the tips. There, one of the insight was specifically because some of the people, like students who write their physics examination on 21st, they will be like in a chill mode. Okay, if they have written well, they will be like, okay, chemistry तो है, let's read it after two days. मतलब एक दिन रेस्ट ले लिया, नहीं तो शाम को ठीक है, शाम को रेस्ट is good. Okay, the evening of the physics examination, they can take rest. but some students are like chemistry है chill mode में होंगे like that. So for those kind of students, if you would add any points, specific points की you should not take it light और वैसे कुछ any from your experiences, मतलब if you have any things like that.
For chemistry, I would say that personally, for me, I'm not good at by hearting stuff and memorizing too much. So the thing you can take is like if you have 2 days, first focus on physical chemistry as you don't have to load up more steps. It's like more logical and more calculation based, right? So finish that first. If you are confident that you can complete all the questions and can attempt all the questions, then jump into organic, then inorganic, because you have to memorize a lot of things in organic and organic, right? So it will be better if you do it towards the recent hours of the exam, so you can memorize it more. I think personally, I think that would be better. Yeah.
Okay. Any points from you, Sneha?
Yeah, just a thing. For organic chemistry, I think this is a mistake that I made. Please do not take the structures lightly. If you think that you have a mental map of the mental map of the structure, that might not translate when you are writing it down on your answer sheet. Please do practice it. And for the inorganic equations, you might think that you're able to memorize the equations really well, but still, please do write it down at least 5 to 6 times, because in the examination, somehow, I mean, I ended up making a lot of mistakes just because of the fact that I relied only on my memory instead of my writing habit or practicing it. So yeah.
Cool. I guess Priyam Ghosh is also here. Let him set up. Priyam Ghosh, let us know once you are okay. Uh, Meanwhile, now we have done with the chemistry part. Let us see what we can, what the roadmap that we should follow, because we haven't yet uploaded the video of the mathematics roadmap. So after this CBSE thing, let's move to the JEE and competitive board examination questions also. Hi Priyam, if you can also give your introduction as you are also here. You can unmute and give your introduction. You can tell about like your experiences during your CBSE examinations. That is what we have closed right now.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so hi, this is Prem. So, for my CBSE experience, as you know, like for me, JEE was one of the most important things which I did throughout my school life, like from 8th to 12th. So, my focus wasn't always on CBSE, it was basically on JEE. So, if your focus is mainly on JEE, then you don't have to too much worry about CBSE, as the concepts of CBSE are pretty easy or similar to JEE mains at least. So if you are well prepared for JEE, then CBSE shouldn't be that much tough for you. And if you are not, then CBSE you can like have a roadmap of etc. Like how you should know how to prepare for your CBSE exam. Like your exam is on 21st, I think. So you till now you might have just uh, already studied a lot of your concepts and chapters, like it's the end moment. So I don't think I have to say much right now, so as it's the last moment. So that's what I would say right now.
For the physics. Cool, 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 Priyam. Now, what we have covered is until now, we have covered the roadmap for kind of chemistry and all. Any specific points you guys to want to add on mathematics, which is on 8th March?
Uh, maths is something like it's only logic. So if you have done multiple questions of similar types in your previously in your pre-boards or while you were preparing for your CBSE, then it won't be a issue for when it's your boards exam. So maths is like the more you practice, the more you get to know the question and the more you are able to solve the question on the spot. So it's basically logic. You have to read a question, you have to understand what it's saying, you have to think the answer in your mind, then apply it. Not like you start writing without thinking. So it's similar to how normal DSA also works or how maths works. So it's logical. So you have to practice your questions, different kinds of questions of different types, different weightage, etc. to be profound in mathematics basically. So that's what I would say.
Cool. So now, anyone want to add any points to mathematics, Neha?
Yeah, true. I do have something to add on for mathematics. So, I think if you are somebody who has not prepared really well up till now, then I think focusing on some independent chapters which have no link to other other units of mathematics should be your priority. And secondly, please do not ignore probability and statistics because the questions are simple. However, last time I remember a lot of my friends ended up faltering in the last question that was asked because it wasn't very clear. So yeah, that's one thing which I would just like to add here.
Cool. And Shyam.
Yeah, both of them covered most of the things. Like I would also say that do more questions, especially previous year and NCRT, as much as you can. Especially first start from the recent years, then go to the 21st, 23rd, and eventually board exam.
Cool. Now, because like their board examinations are okay, now let us share the mistakes that they should not do while they are in their end moment, basically, and any specific things that they should compulsorily follow. For example, let us say some of them, as Sneha has mentioned this point of distraction, right? So many students distract while this point of time. So some of them, like Sham has mentioned, we can talk with friends, good, but at last moment some of the friends might say, भैया भाई ये तो ये पढ़ा है क्या तू, नहीं नहीं मैं ये नहीं पढ़ा, that could rise to a tension moment, like वो जो tension tense का वो जो वो जाता है. So that's why, like, if we can share the mistake that they should avoid and some of the tips, like from you all guys. Let's start with Priyam. You can also start. You're unmuted.
Okay, so like previously also in this channel, multiple times I've mentioned what's the distraction that you should not, what's the distraction you should avoid while in this whole week of examination. So first is like, of course, phone, mobile phones or television. Like if you're chilling right now, just stop it. Like go and study. That's what I would say right now. Second are distractions or like going out with friends, like the gap, not utilizing the gaps between each subject. That could be very deadly when it comes for your exam. So the gap that you get of 5 to 7 days, that's crucial for your last minute revisions. So don't like fail to utilize that time. You properly revise and properly profound yourself with the topics. Other distractions would be like watching too many of videos on YouTube, watching too many concepts of strategy, how to do CBSE, how to do this, what chapters to do in the end moment, what to do miscellaneous things. So don't focus that much now. Right now, it's not the time. Like you have 3 days for your exams, I think. So like not even 3 days. Like it's day after tomorrow. So it's not the best time to watch those kind of videos now. At the end, just believe in yourself and just believe on what you studied throughout the year.
Correct. And any other, Shyam?
And another part is like take care of your health. Obviously, if you're going to gym or you're working out, always be careful of what you are doing. Don't go too much on extent and just be ensure of what you are eating from outside and all, because one wrong move can cause your entire whole series of exams. So you should be always careful about your health. Don't ignore it no matter whatever happens. If you're craving for anything, if it's not that much good for your health, avoid it. Because after that, you might regret about the point. And thing is, like, don't get too much stressed at, when the exam is near. Like, don't go like most of the time. Like, we have around 10 topics or 12 topics that I haven't learned. I started like personally, if I really learn that I really learn this. Then the point is, I won't cover the 12 topics, not even a single topic. I'll jump from that to this to that, that to this again on and form a loop. Don't do that. So the best thing you can do one day before the exam, 2 days before the exam is just revise what you have learned. That is the most important part. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. What do you,
Yeah.
Sneha?
Um, with everything which Sham and Priyam has proposed. Just one more thing, like stressing more on the fact that please do not juggle between the subjects or the topics right before the examination. It is going to be detrimental, I feel so. And also, if you think, if from my perspective, I can say that if you have like let's say 7 to 8 days of gap between two subjects, if you're somebody who has just, not just you have some understanding of the subject matter, 7 to 8 days will still be enough for you to cover the syllabus, entire syllabus.
Okay.
So please keep that as well in mind. So do not waste it thinking that I haven't studied the entire year. So this is again going to be wasting all the 7 or 8 days. Please don't do that. You can still cover a good amount of portion, and yeah, and come out with flying colors. That's it.
Cool. Now let's move to this JE related thing.
Point,
Yeah, tell me, Shivam.
yeah, point of that is like if you have a break, like a 7 day break or 8 day break, and if you've done the exam and you still remain, there it still remains a 7 day break, don't procrastinate too much. Like, okay, I have 7 days, I can just skip 2 days and I can start learning from after 4 days. Never do that. I'll prefer that. Make a proper schedule and a timetable so that I'll cover these two topics on this day, that day, that day. That will be really beneficial because you don't want yourself to get out of the track of the exams. So please ensure that.
Cool. Now what we will do is we will just switch to the, as we have covered CBSE, more videos will be available on our channel Scalar School of Technology, and I would suggest one of the mistake or this thing again, if watch the videos only when you feel that you are lacking some of the strategy or you need some of the tips, specific things or motivation related things. Otherwise, don't come to YouTube or even Instagram. Don't even open the phone. Don't distract. You can watch live sessions. Vedantu Physics wala many of these people conduct these live sessions during the CBSE examinations, right? You should follow them. Again, it is, we are not suggesting you to just go and follow them. It's up to you, basis on like your preparation and all of these things. You should plan well what you are doing and all. So next let's move to the JE related thing, from where we will pick up this question: how can I balance between both competitive and board examination? So any one of you can answer this question, then we will move to like any other specific JE related things. Then what we can do is we can move to the questions that they have related to that they have in the chat. Then we can close this because they also have to go and study for their physics examination. Cool. The question is how I can balance both competitive and board examination. Anyone can say. Prem, you want to?
Okay, so see again, if balancing your competitive and board exam, it shouldn't be that tough in reality because competitive exams should be, I guess, is your major part which you're more struggling with. So if you're preparing for competitive exam, boards exam, the only thing you have to do for boards is to practice writing because you have learned more advanced topics in physics or chemistry or maths while preparing for competitive. So for CBSE, it shouldn't be that tough. What you have to understand is the way you are writing. Presentation matters in boards exam, whereas in JE, it's about timing, it's about accuracy. So these are two different concepts in two different exams. So if you are accurate with your concepts and you have a good timing, only thing you have to prepare for your boards is how to write, how to present your answer to the invigilator. So if you can master that, then you shouldn't have any difficulty in managing both of them. So if you are competitive, like for the JEE, you are well prepared. Then boards, you have to just the things you are thinking, just write it down in a proper presentable way. That would just help you get marks.
Cool. This is answering. Anyone else want to add, Sneha?
That's true. I would definitely like to add something. As Priyam stated, that it shouldn't be that difficult for you to manage your boards and your JEE preparation. It's true. However, if you have done somebody who is exceptional, has already prepared well for the entrance exam, it won't be difficult. But if you are someone who has not started, who's not well prepared for the entrance, I think probably you should focus slightly more on your goals and explore the other opportunities that are there in hand with you. For it's not a, I will not, it will be slightly more risky to keep your board marks at stake. having not prepared for the entrance exam so far. So yeah, I mean, it's like not even being able to get the little thing for which you're trying to shoot for the stars and we still not even land on the moon. That's something you would not like to, we would not want to happen, right? So
Shyam?
It's from my side because I didn't had that situation where I have to manage both because like when I was in 12th and hear about J actually. So I don't know about the situation actually. I think that's it.
Cool. So what we will do is now, okay, this is answered. Now, anything, okay, let's, what we can do is, because they are now in the board's tension of their physics tension, let's not stress them with that JE thing right now. We can share it in some other video, or anyways, one of the video is already coming in Scalar channel. Let's answer the SST related questions that they have, and then we can just go ahead. So first of all, if I ask you guys, like Priyam and Shyam, Sneha, like because you guys had good percentages in CBSE, if I know Priyam also had a 7,000 rank in JE Advance. Today I was discussing with him as well, like the reason for choosing SST specifically. And the one thing he specified is getting computer science, like focusing on, because he was not he was getting bits Pilani electrical, bits Goa electrical, and some of the IITs electrical or mechanical civil as well. But his dream was to take computer science and all. So of course, because now you guys are here at Scalar School of Technology, so let us say one of the question that is there is, okay, I got 55 percentile in JEE means, will that matter in NSCT eligibility? Any one of you have any? You can just speak out.
the question regarding the percentile and NSCT, so they are not relevant at all. There's no relation between the two. It won't affect your NSET scores or something. It's an independent examination in which you have to appear, and then depending on your scores, you'll be shortlisted for the next round. So J has nothing to do with this.
Cool. Now let's go to this. Can you share your experiences until now at SST? Like, if you can share, because you have already shared your experiences of your board examinations, then how was your expectations and now how it is going? Anyone can start.
Really, I think I could help there. So, so for me, the reason why I chose it was because I was able to qualify JEE mains, but I wasn't able to qualify advanced. And the thought of getting into NITs was kind of torturous to me. I did not want that to happen because it was not something that I had expected. So I was not ready to take a drop as well for to just put an year at stake. So I decided to take this risk of coming to. I will use the word risk because apparently, from my perspective at that point in time, it was a risk. But now when I'm here, after 6 months of having undergone the rigorous curriculum that is at SST, I would say that it was a good risk that I took. It was a well calculated risk because apparently, I think uh, one of the notions that why I chose, why I decided not to go into NIT was because I wanted the best of the environment for growth, which I'm being provided here. My peers, like, I mean, Sham and Priyam themselves, like, I was just baffled to know about the achievements they have had so far. So coming to this university was a humbling experience, having so many wonderful peers with such expertise, whether it be qualifying JEE Advanced, or some of them have exceptionally done well when it comes to coding in itself. So I think this environment is conducive for somebody who is with a clear mindset that he or she wishes to pursue computer science and choose it as a career option. So yeah, that's how is my understanding of Scalar after being here for 6 months.
Cool, cool. Anyone want to add anything on this?
From my side, actually, I was also not getting computer science on any other. My percentage was around 96 or something. So, in my mind, I only had to choose CS. Other than that, I wouldn't choose anything. So, I was simultaneously preparing for Triple IT Hyderabad UG and the MCET. So in between that, since I got qualified into SSD, it was kind of hard to convince my parents to get in here because like it's a new college, nobody knows. But the only thing I was concerned was about the curriculum, and it is actually up to my expectations. What I've had expectations, and right now I'm going through, it's actually good because like when I went and read through the curriculum of all the NITs and all. Because like for the first year, we wouldn't even if I'm pursuing computer science, I wouldn't touch my PC in order to code a few lines. I think so. Like comparing that with the situation I'm in right now, it's like very different. Till now, within 6 months, the amount of knowledge we got in respective to coding and programming is very high while we compare to the other students in other colleges. I think, and the next part is like the peer interactions and the communication with the seniors, the networking. It's actually really good in here. You can learn new stuff. You can explore more than you can imagine. Actually, you get a lot of opportunities if you are with the right people. Also, and the support, the kind of support we get, the exposure to so many hackathons and so many new opportunities, the workshop they are conducting. That's actually really good. I find it a good actually. And thing like I still believe that choosing SST was the right option for me as well till now because the opportunities I was able to go into Smart India Hackathon where I realized that none of my competitors were from the first year. All of them were from third year, fourth year. While we go through there, we can understand that. And during that moment, I realized that okay, it's good actually. We are getting more exposure in the first year itself. It was actually a great experience for me, and and now also I'm feeling pretty good. The only thing I have to say is like if you are into computer science, if you are pretty sure that you want to do programming and coding only that, so it's the best place for you. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Priyam?
Again, like I talked with you today about why I chose SSP. So there were mixed reactions, like mixed thinking about why I chose SSP. Plus, also about computer science, and again the availability I was having while for counseling. So I took a drop year for computer science, but still it wasn't available for me. So that's why I took Scalar. Scalar has given me mixed feelings. Like at starting for me, it was like okay, it's college where like they teach you like programming, like there's a lot of exposure. There are people who come to the college for different sessions. Um, Show us different technologies about what's happening in real life, etc. But also again, there are things that I expected. Something was not there, something was missing, and some part was also there. So it's like a mixed feeling kind of reaction for me. But yeah, I think major parts were covered by both of them. So that's where I'm at.
Cool. As you also mentioned, like your if you compare with some of your friends,
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
who are in IITs and all, they are interning in their second year, and now also you started applying
Uh,
for them. So what they are doing in 2 years of their college, you are able to do it in like 6 months. You have some confidence, but again
yeah,
you will try, you will fail again, you will just
yeah,
redo it, but you will be having time because you won't be
yeah.
having that fear like I'm in वे fourth year पे आ गया अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकता, like you
Hmm,
cannot risk
hmm.
it in the fourth year, but now you can risk, you can apply for many
Yeah,
of colleges. And again
yeah,
about IIT Madras degree, there is a question again. Mostly we won't be like everything is available on the website clearly, um, and it will be answered in a session where you will be interacting with the program director Manmit sir. So he will be the best person to share this. So I'm skipping this question, but if you need any details you can just ask to the support system, or even you can wait for the next AMA with the program director. But again, you will find the details in the website. Let's move to the next question. Is 1 month enough for NSCT preparation? If you are prepared, like mostly this is a most repeated question. If you are already prepared with J mains and all, mathematics is good, then of course, what I would say is it's enough. A month is enough, is I guess, right? Or anyone want to add anything on this? Um,
Yeah, it's actually more than if you're good with probability permutation and all, and if you're good with logic, it's like more, 1 month is more than enough actually. Yeah, that's it. But like there is not much in physics and chemistry, right? So you only have to focus on that, and more questions are more logical based. You don't have to like by heart so many stuff. So it's 1 month is more than enough. Focus on probability permutation. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Madhukuran had some question like when the website will be updated with NSCT PYQs. So NSCT PYQs are already like updated, just waiting for the um, live of the website. It's already done. Everything is set up. It will just take mostly this week. By Friday, it should be done. And we also had a video, like made a video where we have made the NSCT guide for 2025. There also we will be attaching those links in the description as well. So that video is ready, just waiting for the website changes, dashboard changes. There are so many changes, Madhukiran. So that's why it's just taking some time. But otherwise, everything is ready. Just the go live is yet pending. So that is answered. Anyone know GSEB board here? There is a question. It's from GSCB board. Sorry, Rukshar. But anyways, his question is, he's from GSCB board, and here 50 marks are carried by MCQs. How can I prepare for that is his question. So I would say like if he can, anyone want to add on MCQs, or I would suggest to watch any specific video because we won't have expertise on GSCB board. If you can, we will also help you to find some of the video. But anyone want to add on this, or we can go to the next question? Let me search what is GSCB board.
MCQ should be like similar to normal J works or something like that. So MCQ should be the easiest part in exam because there's like 4:1 chances of getting a correct answer. So if you plus it's CBSE, so the mostly theoretical questions might come from MCQ. As per my knowledge about GSAB, I think it's Gujarat State Board. I'm guessing, I guess. So that's what it should come. Mostly theoretical, and if there are questions like from physics, it should be mostly graph, or from maths, it should be like basic numerical. So don't stress about it. If you have MCQ, like that's the plus point because you don't have to think like if I write this, will the teacher give me marks or not? Because if it's correct, then it's correct. If it's wrong, then it's wrong. So there's a 50-50 chances of getting it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there is another question like that was, I guess it went down, but the question was okay. Any requirement of 12 score, because he scored something around 86 point something percentage in 10th. Now he's asking, is there any requirement of 12th score to get into NSCT, like write NSCT or get into SST? So yes, I guess there is a 60% in mathematics, I guess, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And also bits
A person needs
Pilani
to have a 60 scoring.
and bits Pilani also have some criteria, or IIT Madras even.
Yeah, just in case you have not opted for mathematics in your high school, then you'll have to write a separate examination, kind of a qualifier, which just testifies that you're competent enough for at the level of class some logistics that you're clear with it. That's it.
Cool. There is like, is there any NSCT examination slot in June or July month? Yes, it should be there in June or July month. Cool. Now, is 1 month enough for? Yes, this is answered. Um, Game developers in Scalar. You guys have any idea? The question is there any space for game developers in Scalar?
Uh,
There is a club for game development. Like I think it started few months ago. Like it's still in initial stages, but there were like instructors who came who gave the basis of how like games are developed using C Sharp and how engines like Unreal or Unity work. So yeah, there's like a foundation of it. So like we are also working on it club to upscale it, etc. So yeah, there should be like by next year it should be like very profound with the club.
Cool. Yes, of course. In your seniors, Zaid is a person who started a game developers club also, and there is also some like gaming events that happen. But okay, game development is separate. Gaming is separate. Let's not link. But okay, this is answered. Yes, it is there. Sir, out of BTech, CSC or AIML, which one would be good career option in future? Of course, AIML provides CSC also, computer science plus AIML, but again there is a condition that you should be good in mathematics from my knowledge, because you should be good at like statistics and all, if I'm not wrong, right, to handle this algorithms, logics and all. Cool. Now, okay, this is also answered. Okay, let's not waste much of their time. We are also ending. Mostly the questions are like, okay, so let's answer this one. Ki how much? Let's tell them ki last moment tips. Ki what are your final suggestions to them? Can you guys hear me?
like
Yeah.
yeah, like in the beginning of the session I said, of all the tips and tricks, one thing is to be remembered is that it's an exam. Do not stress too much. It too will pass away. So, yeah.
Okay, Priyam, last
Last minute tips would be कि जैसे
final
पढ़ाई
words, like
करो
what you would suggest to them right now.
वही कि पढ़ाई करो इतना टेंस मत रहो कि एट लास्ट इट्स एंड मोमेंट सब कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते तो what I would suggest is just keep studying, hope for the best, depending on the preparation. So
Yeah, from my side, it's like, yeah, don't overpressure yourself and always be careful about things. Like, you might mess up one single exam. Because of that, don't mess up the remaining exams. Always be careful. If you messed up a single exam, that doesn't mean that every other is going to be bad or something like that. Don't get demotivated. That's the point. Don't compare yourself with others. You have a different starting point and they have a different starting point. And right now, focus on what you have learned till now. And a day before exam, be cautious. Don't pressure yourself too much. Be calm. Like, you can't do that much on 2 or 1 day, right? Just do your best. Don't overburden yourself or don't overexhaust yourself. That's it. All the best.
Cool, cool. Um, Let us just check. Mm, okay, Madhukiran answer is answered. Best course after 12th commerce. No idea for me. Anyone have any idea? This is also answered. How do we even attempt PCM boards? Like, should be our strategy? How do we manage time? Meta, like, we have made a video on this. You can watch it. I'm not able to manage mathematics practice. I'm worried I end up. For mathematics, we have made a video. We will upload it soon in Scalar School of Technology channel. You can check it out. Maths examination, same. We have made a video. MCQ, how can I do it? It's tough. Any material? Anyone?
Just go to that and move to by force. That's it. Please stick to it.
Sneha, your voice got disconnected. You can say again.
Yeah, I said that instead of trying out multiple resources at this point in time, please stick to NCRT and the keywords. They'll be more than enough.
Cool. Um, cool. Then mostly all of the questions we have answered, and with this we can close this over here. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone, whoever is watching, and bye guys.